Welcome to a journey of wisdom and inspiration rooted in the timeless teachings of Buddha. In this video, we explore the profound truth behind the saying, happiness never decreases by being shared. In a world where people often chase happiness through material wealth, achievements, or external rewards, Buddha reminds us of a deeper path, a path where true happiness comes from giving, sharing, and connecting with others. Each act of kindness, no matter how small, creates ripples that spread far and wide, touching countless lives and returning to us multiplied. Through this video, you'll discover 6 powerful insights into how sharing happiness can transform your inner world and the world around you. From understanding the infinite nature of happiness to realizing how compassion and selflessness lead to peace, every point will guide you toward a life filled with purpose, love, and lasting joy. Let's dive in and uncover how simple acts of kindness and shared positivity can light up not only your life, but also the lives of everyone you meet. The nature of happiness is infinite. Happiness is a unique and powerful emotion that differs from material possessions. Unlike wealth, food, or physical objects that diminish when shared, happiness grows and multiplies the more it is given away. This is the essence of the Buddha's teaching. A happiness never decreases by being shared. Imagine lighting one candle from another. The original flame does not become weaker. Instead, there are now 2 bright flames illuminating the darkness. Similarly, when you share joy with others, your own happiness remains intact and often becomes even stronger. At its core, happiness is infinite and boundless because it comes from within. Material possessions are limited. They can be taken, lost, or destroyed. If you share a piece of bread, you now have less bread for yourself. But when you share a smile, a kind word, or genuine love, you don't lose anything. In fact, you gain more inner peace and fulfillment. This is why many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, emphasize generosity and compassion as pathways to true joy. One of the biggest misunderstandings in life is the belief that happiness depends on external factors. Wealth, status, or possessions. People often think that if they give too much of themselves, they will be left with nothing. However, real happiness does not come from holding on tightly to what you have. It comes from letting go and connecting with others. When you share your happiness, it creates a bond, a flow of energy that returns to you multiplied. For example, think of a simple smile. When you smile at someone, you often receive a smile in return. That exchange lifts both people's spirits, brightening the moment. Even if the other person does not respond, your act of kindness has already created a ripple of positivity in the world. This is how happiness spreads quietly, naturally, and without effort. It is like pouring water into a flowing river rather than a stagnant pond. The more you give, the more it flows. Sharing happiness also helps heal emotional wounds both your own and others. When you make someone else happy, you momentarily step outside of your own struggles and worries. This shift in perspective brings clarity and lightness to the heart. Similarly, the person receiving your kindness feels supported and valued. Over time, these small acts of shared happiness can transform relationships and even entire communities. Consider how a family, workplace, or neighborhood changes when people consistently share positive energy. Trust grows, conflicts decrease, and cooperation becomes easier. It's like planting seeds of joy in a garden. Each act of sharing is a seed, and with care, these seeds grow into a thriving forest of well-being. In this way, happiness is not a limited resource It's a living, growing force. On a spiritual level, sharing happiness aligns with the natural flow of life The universe operates in cycles of giving and receiving. When you hoard happiness, like hoarding wealth, it stagnates and eventually fades. But when you allow happiness to move through you by sharing it freely, it stays fresh and vibrant. Buddha's teaching encourages us to trust this natural abundance. In conclusion, happiness is like light. The more you spread it, the brighter the world becomes. When you share happiness, you are not only enriching the lives of others, but also deepening your own inner joy. This truth reminds us that happiness is never something to be protected or saved. It is meant to flow endlessly, touching every life it encounters By living this way, we create a world where everyone can shine together. Spreading positivity creates more joy. Positivity is one of the most powerful forces in the world, and when we choose to spread it, we create a cycle of joy and connection that benefits both ourselves and those around us. The Buddha's wisdom happiness never decreases but being shared perfectly reflects this truth. When we share happiness through positive actions, words, and attitudes, it does not diminish. Instead, it multiplies and returns to us in unexpected and beautiful ways. This is the magic of spreading positivity. It grows stronger the more we give it away. Positivity is like a gentle breeze that refreshes everyone it touches. When we offer a kind word, a smile, or a helping hand, we are planting seeds of joy in someone else's heart. These seeds may seem small at first, but they have the potential to grow into something much greater. Example, a simple compliment can brighten someone's entire day, and that person may then pass on that good feeling to another. This chain reaction of kindness can reach far beyond what we can see, creating ripples of happiness in the world. One of the most beautiful aspects of positivity is that it strengthens relationships When we make the effort to uplift others, it deepens trust and builds connections. Imagine a workplace where people encourage and support one another. Instead of competing or tearing each other down, everyone works together harmoniously. The atmosphere becomes lighter, stress levels decrease, and overall productivity improves. This is the power of shared joy. It transforms environments, turning even difficult situations into opportunities for growth and unity. Spreading positivity also benefits our own mental and emotional well-being. Science has shown that acts of kindness and generosity release endorphins and serotonin in the brain, chemicals that create feelings of happiness and peace. When we make others happy, we simultaneously boost our own mood. This means that sharing happiness is never a one-way street. It's a mutual exchange that nourishes both the giver and the receiver. In many ways, by lifting others, we also lift ourselves Another important point to remember is that positivity has the power to break cycles of negativity The world is often filled with anger, stress, and conflict. If we respond to negativity with more negativity, the cycle continues endlessly. But when we choose to respond with kindness and understanding, we disrupt that pattern. For instance, if someone is rude to you and you respond with patience instead of anger, you are planting a seed of peace in that moment. Over time, these small positive choices can bring about profound change, not just in individuals, but in communities and even societies. Spreading positivity also creates ***, a sense of purpose and fulfillment ***. When we focus on making others happy, our lives gain deeper meaning. Many people search for happiness through material wealth or personal achievements, only to find that these things offer temporary satisfaction. Lasting joy comes from giving, serving, and contributing to something greater than ourselves. Knowing that you've made a positive difference in someone's life, no matter how small, brings a sense of inner contentment that cannot be bought or taken away. Furthermore, positivity has a natural way of coming back to us. This is often referred to as the *** law of karma ***, or the universal principle of cause and effect. When we spread happiness and goodwill, we set in motion a flow of energy that eventually returns to us. It might not come back immediately or in the way we expect, but life has a way of rewarding those who consistently act with kindness. In conclusion, spreading positivity is one of the most powerful and self-sustaining ways to increase joy in the world. When you choose to share happiness, you create ripples that extend far beyond your own life. These ripples come back to you, magnifying your own sense of well-being and strengthening bonds between you and others. By consciously spreading positivity every day, you help build a world where happiness truly *** multiplies endlessly, growing brighter with each act of kindness ***. Happiness grows through compassion. Compassion is at the heart of true happiness. It is the deep awareness of the suffering of others, combined with the desire to ease that suffering. The Buddha's teaching *** happiness never decreases by being shared. * beautifully reflects the idea that when we act with compassion, our own joy expands rather than diminishes. Compassion connects us to others on a profound level, helping us experience a sense of unity and purpose that goes beyond our individual needs. Through compassion, happiness grows endlessly, not just for the one who gives, but also for those who receive. At its core, compassion begins with *** empathy ***, the ability to understand and feel what another person is going through. When we see someone in pain or distress, our natural response is often to reach out and help. This act of reaching out is not just about making the other person feel better. It also brings ** inner satisfaction and joy ** to ourselves. When we show kindness and care, we tap into a part of ourselves that is deeply human and spiritually connected. This shared emotional experience creates a bond that strengthens both the giver and the receiver. One of the most beautiful things about compassion is that it ** creates happiness on both sides **. When you comfort someone who is struggling, you can see their burden lighten, even if only a little. Their relief brings you a feeling of purpose and fulfillment. This mutual joy forms a cycle of giving and receiving that reinforces itself, unlike material possessions, which diminish when shared. Compassion multiplies because it exists in the heart. The more you give it away, the more it grows within you. For example, think of a time when you helped a friend through a difficult situation. Maybe they were grieving, feeling anxious, or dealing with failure. Even though you couldn't solve all their problems, simply being there for them, listening, and showing genuine care brought them comfort. That act of compassion not only improved their emotional state, but also deepened your own sense of love and connection. This is how compassion expands happiness, by creating shared emotional healing. On a larger scale, compassion has the power to transform communities and societies. When people practice compassion collectively, they create an environment of safety and trust. Imagine a world where neighbors support one another, where businesses prioritize people over profit, and where governments act with empathy for their citizens. Such a society would naturally be more peaceful, harmonious, and joyful. Each individual act of compassion contributes to this greater vision. It's like adding drops of water to a lake. Over time, those drops form a vast, nourishing body that sustains all who come to it. Compassion also helps us transcend ego and selfishness. Often, unhappiness arises from being too focused on our own problems, desires, and fears. When we shift our attention outward and genuinely care for others, our own suffering begins to fade. This doesn't mean we ignore our needs, but rather that we recognize the interconnectedness of all beings. In Buddhism, this understanding is called interdependence, the idea that no one exists in isolation. When you ease another's pain, you are indirectly healing yourself as well. Furthermore, compassion leads to emotional resilience. Life is full of challenges and hardships, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. However, when you cultivate compassion, you develop inner strength. You begin to see struggles not just as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow and help others. This shift in perspective makes it easier to navigate difficulties with grace and calmness. In this way, compassion becomes a source of lasting happiness and inner peace. Finally, compassion has a ripple effect that extends far beyond what we can see. A single compassionate act can inspire others to act kindly as well, creating a chain reaction of goodness. For instance, a stranger's simple act of generosity might motivate someone else to help another person later on. Over time, this ripple of compassion can grow into a wave of positive change, touching countless lives. In conclusion, compassion is a powerful force that allows happiness to expand infinitely. By connecting deeply with others, easing their suffering, and acting with love, we not only make the world a better place, but also enrich our own inner lives. The more compassion we give, the more we receive, proving that happiness truly never decreases when it is shared. Through compassion, we can create a world filled with kindness, unity, and boundless joy. Inner silence leads to clarity of mind in today's fast-paced world. Our minds are constantly bombarded with information, noise, and distractions. From the moment we wake up, we are surrounded by the chatter of television, notifications on our phones, conversations with others, and our own endless stream of thoughts. This constant noise creates confusion and stress, making it difficult to think clearly or make wise decisions. True wisdom, however, does not arise from this external chaos. It comes from inner silence, a state where the mind is calm and still. When we cultivate inner silence, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, leading to clarity of mind and profound insight. Clarity of mind is like looking into a clear, still pond. When the water is calm, you can see straight to the bottom, observing everything clearly. But when the water is disturbed, it becomes muddy, and nothing beneath the surface is visible. Our minds work in exactly the same way. When filled with constant noise and turbulence, it becomes impossible to see things as they truly are. In contrast, when the mind is quiet, free from distractions, it reflects reality without distortion. This is where wisdom begins. The Buddha often emphasized the importance of mindfulness and meditation as ways to quiet the mind. When we practice silence, whether through meditation or simply taking moments to sit in stillness, we give ourselves the opportunity to step back from the noise. This does not mean suppressing thoughts or emotions, but rather observing them without judgment. By doing so, we begin to understand the patterns of our mind. We start to see which thoughts are useful and which are merely distractions or reactions to external circumstances. This awareness brings a profound sense of clarity. Consider how many times in life we make decisions impulsively, driven by anger, fear, or excitement. In those moments, our minds are clouded and we cannot see the full picture. This often leads to regret or negative consequences. Inner silence gives us the space to pause before acting. When we are calm, we can think deeply and clearly about our choices. We are no longer controlled by our emotions or the noise of the outside world. Instead, we act from a place of balance and wisdom. This is why inner silence is not just about peace of mind, but about making better decisions in every area of life. In addition, inner silence helps us to understand our true selves. Most of the time, we identify ourselves with our thoughts and emotions, believing they define who we are. But in silence, we begin to realize that we are more than our fleeting feelings or passing ideas. This realization creates a deep sense of inner freedom. We are no longer trapped by every negative thought or stressful situation. Instead, we become observers of our inner world, watching it with clarity and understanding. From this space, true wisdom naturally arises. Practicing inner silence does not require long hours of meditation or isolation. It can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and let go of distractions. Over time, this practice strengthens our ability to remain calm even in difficult situations. The more we cultivate silence, the clearer our minds become, and the wiser our decisions will be. Ultimately, inner silence is a powerful tool for personal growth and transformation. It allows us to see reality as it truly is, free from confusion and distortion. With a clear mind, we gain insight into ourselves, others, and the world. This clarity is the foundation of true wisdom, a wisdom that guides us toward peace, understanding, and a more meaningful life. Detachment from external chaos in the modern world. We are constantly surrounded by external noise. This noise is not only physical, like the sound of traffic, conversations, or music, but also mental and emotional. Notifications on our phones, endless streams of news, social media updates, and the opinions of others bombard our minds throughout the day. While staying informed and connected has its benefits, it can also lead to mental overload. When we are deeply attached to this external chaos, our thoughts become scattered, our emotions unstable, and our decisions clouded. To cultivate true wisdom, we must learn to step back and detach ourselves from the constant noise of the outside world. Detachment does not mean completely avoiding life or rejecting society. Instead, it is about finding balance. It is the ability to remain calm and centered even when everything around you feels chaotic. Imagine being in the middle of a storm. If you allow yourself to be swept away by the strong winds, you will be tossed around with no control. But if you stand firmly rooted like a strong tree, you can withstand the storm without being destroyed by it. Similarly, detachment is like that inner strength that keeps you grounded while external situations swirl around you. When we are overly attached to external chaos, we often let other people's opinions, behaviors, or actions control our emotions. For example, a negative comment on social media might ruin your entire day. A bad headline in the news might fill you with fear or anger. Even small events, like someone cutting you off in traffic, can trigger intense frustration. This happens because we are reacting to the outside world instead of responding wisely. The more we react, the more control we give away. True wisdom comes when we realize that while we cannot control what happens around us, we can control our inner state. Practicing detachment helps you to view situations from a higher perspective. It allows you to see problems clearly without getting emotionally entangled. When you detach, you don't ignore your feelings or become cold-hearted. Instead, you acknowledge your emotions, but you do not let them overpower your judgment. For instance, if someone speaks harshly to you, instead of immediately lashing out or feeling deeply hurt, you take a step back. You recognize that their words are a reflection of their state of mind, not yours. This level of understanding only comes when the mind is quiet and detached from the chaos around it. One powerful way to develop detachment is through mindfulness and meditation. When you spend time in silence each day, you begin to notice how external events influence your thoughts and emotions. Over time, you gain the strength to let go of unnecessary attachments. You start to realize that external circumstances are temporary and ever-changing, but your inner peace can remain constant. This realization brings a deep sense of freedom. You no longer feel like a prisoner of the world's chaos. Detachment also improves your relationships. Often, conflicts arise because we are too attached to our expectations of others. When they do not meet those expectations, we feel disappointed or angry. By practicing detachment, you learn to accept people as they are instead of trying to control them. This creates healthier and more peaceful interactions. In conclusion, detachment from external chaos is essential for cultivating true wisdom. It allows you to stay balanced, calm, and clear-minded, even when the world around you is noisy and unpredictable. Through detachment, you reclaim your inner power and create space for deeper understanding. Instead of being swept away by the storm of life, you become like the still, steady center of the storm, a place where clarity and wisdom naturally flourish. Self-reflection and awareness are essential steps toward cultivating true wisdom. In a world filled with distractions and external pressures, it is easy to lose touch with who we truly are. Many people live their lives on autopilot, reacting to circumstances without ever stopping to consider why they think, feel, or act the way they do. This lack of awareness often leads to repeating the same mistakes, staying stuck in negative patterns, and living without a clear sense of purpose. However, when we take time for self-reflection, we begin to understand ourselves on a deeper level, which brings clarity, growth, and inner peace. Self-reflection is like holding up a mirror to your inner world. Just as a physical mirror shows you your outward appearance, reflection allows you to see the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that shape your actions and experiences. Without this inner mirror, it's impossible to truly know yourself. Many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, emphasize that self-knowledge is the foundation of wisdom. The Buddha himself encouraged his followers to observe their minds carefully, to notice their cravings, fears, and attachments. This practice helps individuals see the root causes of their suffering and take steps toward liberation. One of the greatest benefits of self-reflection is gaining awareness of unconscious patterns. Often, our reactions to situations are shaped by past experiences or deeply ingrained beliefs that we are not even aware of. For example, a person might feel angry whenever they receive constructive criticism. On the surface, it seems like they are reacting to the other person's words, but in reality, the anger might stem from childhood experiences of feeling judged or unworthy. Without self-reflection, this person would continue to react with anger, damaging relationships and causing inner turmoil. Through awareness, however, they can recognize the deeper cause and begin to heal. Self-reflection also gives us the power to make conscious choices rather than simply reacting to life. When we are unaware, we act out of habit or impulse, often leading to regret later. But when we pause and reflect, we create space between stimulus and response. This pause is where wisdom emerges. For instance, if someone says something hurtful, an unreflective person might immediately shout back or withdraw in anger. A reflective person, on the other hand, would take a moment to breathe, understand their feelings, and respond calmly. This simple act of awareness can transform relationships and create harmony instead of conflict. Practicing self-reflection does not require long hours of meditation or isolation, although those practices can deepen it. It can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and review your thoughts and actions. Journaling is another powerful tool for reflection. By writing down your experiences and feelings, you gain insight into patterns that may not be obvious at first. Over time, this practice strengthens your awareness and helps you grow into the person you truly want to be. Another important aspect of self-reflection is learning to observe without judgment. Many people avoid looking inward because they fear what they might find. They may feel ashamed of their mistakes or weaknesses. However, true reflection requires kindness and compassion toward yourself. Instead of harshly criticizing your flaws, see them as opportunities for growth. Just as a gardener tends to a plant with care and patience, you can nurture your inner self with understanding and love. Ultimately, self-reflection and awareness lead to inner transformation. When you truly understand yourself, you gain the wisdom to change what no longer serves you and to nurture what brings peace and happiness. You begin to live more intentionally, making choices that align with your highest values. Through awareness, you see life more clearly, and through reflection, you learn to walk the path of wisdom. This inner journey not only benefits you, but also brings harmony to the world around you, as your actions become guided by clarity, compassion, and understanding.